Global warming is no more. Welcome to global boiling instead. We have gotten and past the point where it's bad to worse. The sea is filled with trash and more sea animals are found dead on the surface because of these plastic emission and trash. Even in this year, another gigantic whale stood dead in the shore of a beach in Chile. Its body, when dissected, is filled up with plastic trash. Now, people underestimate how using a sustainable bottle rather than buying one every now and then actually helps with the environment. Say like you as an individual, you have to drink at least 2 liters per day. That's around 4 to 5 bottles of plastic waste thrown away. And without the organizations who actually have any say in this, fixing that problem. They won't really do it because the environmental well-being isn't the top of their priority as a capitalistic and profit-centric companies and organizations. The big factor of that are people who are indolent and neglecting in the power of recycling. This then will only get worse if we don't do anything else about that. What we want, what we are already doing now, because people will stay still if there are no changes in society, if there are no changes in the regulations, and if there are no consequences, then their actions will simply be doing nothing because nothing will happen to them. That's why we need to implement actual both criminal and civil laws in order to criminalize the people and organizations that do not recycle. So proud to propose. Now then, how to solve this problem would immediately need to be heavily weighed on the mechanization on how to criminalize individuals and the difference between criminalizing an individual from a gigantic corporation and organization who are emitting tons of millions worth of waste over the years. Individuals are most likely to be careless and indolent on how they are living their day-to-day, which is why they are most likely to resort on using one-use products for that reason. That being said, the emission of an individual is most likely to be, the criminalization of an individual will most likely be criminal laws such as fines that are for example, heavily fining someone for buying typically one-use products such as plastic water bottles, plastic straws, and plastic bag, and etc. Meanwhile, on the organization side, we should heavily implement on actual civil laws they'll have to oblige to, such as an actual prison sentence for people who are doing them for people or organizations that are doing them on purpose and has contributed heavily to the further destruction of the environment only for profit. Right, so in my first argument will be regarding the fact that criminalizing individuals or organization will come with the benefits of bringing them more self-awareness more than any other platform such as posters, banners, social movement campaigns, or even backlash will bring. They simply won't compare to the fact because what we're emitting right now are actual laws of criminalization. Criminalizing would be able to be implemented by the government and by the government only, in which these laws then have to be obeyed. If you want to avoid the fines and actual sentences attached to this, you cannot disobey the law. You'll have to oblige to it. This then will set a constant reminder in both parties as to not act on their actions arbitrarily, rather than to actually follow the law as not to get sentenced by it. In short, if we want to be more effective and actually make some changes, and if we want to be more effective, people will have to listen first, so that then we have to resort to law and criminalization, because people will be more aware in the consequences. And it also sets a constant reminder that they have to follow every day, to the point where it becomes a sort of habit. So, to sum it up, if everyone in the world obliges to the regulations implemented, then there will certainly be a great decrease in the amount of waste emissions in the environment. Secondly, we as the government is obligated to apply such rules and regulations if this situation is getting out of control. And facts are, it is. If we are to let this be and simply be bystanders as the government, then the people, and your big capitalistic companies that are emitting to the amounts of environmental destruction around you, then there is no saying as to what will become the state of the world, or let alone what will happen and what it will impact on your people's health. It will be the worst for everyone. You as a government will get backlash for the sudden decrease in your people's health, and you as a government will also be completely asked for more help and regulations in the situation that is taking an occurrence. This is indeed more reasons as to why we as the government must act on and must not take environmental problems lightly. We must act on it, and criminalization being one of the most significant solution to this has to be implemented. In short, it comes with more benefits than it does with harms. That is why our side of the house, the government side, is so proud to propose the fact that we as the government must start criminalizing individuals and organizations that do not admit to recycling. Thank you.